those rattlers. I'm bringing the rattlers.
Ooh, first on the rattlers.
Alright, it's the second day of mow season. Cole and I are about to head into this spot where I actually shot a buck with the mows back in here last year. And I walked back in here and scouted these ridges probably a week and a half ago now. Found a bunch of buck sign up on these tops, which is the same way it looked last year when we went in there and found that buck way down in the bottom. This morning we're just going to walk in here and get on the edge of the woods where we can see down and across this whole bottom and see if we can spot a buck down in there. This is kind of similar to where Jake and Warb and Nick were hunting last night, just right on the transition of the hardwoods and all the open river bottom. So get down in there and just be sitting there waiting on daylight. So we're feeling loose, feeling ready to rock and roll.
Dude, that sounds like a mountain lion. That don't sound like a raccoon. Is it a bobcat? I don't know. I don't think a raccoon's gonna sit up there and make that deep growl at us. Would you agree?
My first reaction was to sound like a raccoon if I just growling at us. Probably a mountain lion.
Yeah, brother, that is not a raccoon. Dude, that is a mountain lion. There's no doubt about it.
We got something up in this tree growling at us in the tree. First I thought it was a raccoon fight or something broke out.
I was like, like it was definitely like trying to scare us.
I've heard from a few of our neighbors that there's been a mountain lion around close to our house, which is 15 minutes from here. But you got a knife on you?
No.
Walk back slow. Just trying to see if it starts coming down that tree or something.
That's what I'm worried about. I don't know, call Warb and ask him what he'd do.
I do that.
I don't really want to be the guy walking in the back.
Huh?
I don't want to walk in the back.
Walking in the back.
I'm pretty spooked.
Yeah, we might as well just get out of here then. If it's a mountain lion, then I don't want to be in there. Especially one that just sits up in a tree and growls at you.
I mean, I don't know what else it could be making that noise, like that deep growl.
Might as well just leave because we're not going to feel comfortable in here even if we stay anyway.
Dude, you can't leave scent. Don't leave scent.
Well, we're out for a hike this morning. We're almost back to the car now. And we just walked through this bowl and all of a sudden a bunch of turkeys took off flying and scared the bejesus out of both of us. I think we're probably good now, but yeah, that one got the heart rate going. I thought Cole was getting attacked behind me. It was in the exact tree that we were gonna sit by. Imagine if we started climbing it with our tree stand. Well, we just got back to the truck. The moral of the story on what just happened there is we walked into that piece to set up a glass deer, and as soon as we were getting right to where we wanted to set up, that mountain lion started growling at us. And my first thought was it was a coon fight because it was just sounding like real loud right above us. And we had seen some coons on the way in there, and that's just what I've heard in the woods that sounds like that. Cole here from me reminded me that might be a mountain lion right there. So, yeah, the freaky part to me is that we were standing under him for so long.
And we couldn't see him.
We couldn't see him.
We're on a roll right now. Had a hound dog run through our bedding area that we were hunting yesterday.
Dogs, cats.
Oh. Yeah.
It'll happen sooner or later for us. Just ain't this morning. You've been scraping your tall buck too. Got on his hind legs for that one. He's going that way, or right the way we're going. We're going back into a spot where I shot a doe back in here with Greg last year, around the first week of October. But we saw a real big bodied buck down the bottom, looked like a
real mature buck, real fatty, if you will. Just down in that duck potato type stuff that you've seen us hunt in the past, probably. I've never muzzleloader hunted down here before, though, so I figured we'd give it a try. Looks like one other person may have been in here since that last rainfall we had. Other than that, doesn't look like anybody's been in here, and I'm hoping they haven't been down that bottom yet. Duck season just opened also, so there's been a bunch of shooting going on nearby, but not directly where we will be hunting, so hopefully that'll have some deer stacked up where we're going. There's a bunch of prime bedding that's going to be right out in front of us, so it's just a matter of if they get into some stuff that's short enough where we can actually see them or not, I think. So I'm going to get down in there and get a spot picked out.
It's 1:15 right now, and Cole and I are heading in to scout a new spot here. It's a big ridge that runs out here, drops down into this river bottom system, and there's a bunch of good bedding cover down in the bottom here. What we've been noticing is that a lot of the deer are on the pin oaks, seems like, and there's a few pin oaks down in this spot. A lot of good bedding cover with the pin oak close by. We've already been running into a bunch of trails running down through here along the river, but plan is just to go in here and scout some of these ridges and along some of these transitions from the hardwoods to the bottoms and see what there is for sign and buck sign, hopefully.
Let them know what the situation is here.
Are you rolling or?
I don't know.
Cole and I decided to stay in this spot that we came in to scout, but we didn't get in here till about 1:15, and we eased through here pretty slow looking for sign, and we ended up finding a pretty good amount of feeding sign back there along the edge of the woods, and then found some buck sign up in here too. Oh, right here, buck coming to us. Little buck. Turn around. Big one.
I thought it was a big one at first.
Yeah, I figured. I was like, buck coming right here. I was like, it's a small one. He came running up out of that red brush out there. Wasn't spooked or anything. I think he just got up and decided to move, I guess. Like I was saying, we decided to stay in here this afternoon because we found some feeding sign along that edge. Just like he just ran up here and started feeding on something right there, it looked like.
I think he was feeding on locust pods.
Was he?
I think so.
Nice thing about this spot is we can see a long ways out there. We can shoot good ways out there with this muzzleloader. We're just gonna probably hang out in this spot or just kind of creep up this edge as it gets later in the afternoon. Like, we got a good chance this afternoon. We got really good weather conditions, pretty cold temperatures, and a good amount of wind. So we'll see what happens tonight. That's a good start. It's only 3 o'clock and he's up and moving around.
Deer standing down here. Deer coming at us. Buck. Yeah, 200 yards down here. Oh yeah, I see it. Got a buck that just popped up down the bottom here by us. Yeah. Big 1.5 or 2-year-old 8.
You got him on that camera, Warp?
Yeah. I hope he comes up here and tries that in a small town. Ooh, he's on the trot. Here he comes. 3 guys. Maybe I'll just go over here and eat beans.
He was too close to the good beans to back out.
He was. That was a scout buck.
We just need his ditty to take the same line.
What time is it? Oh, we got time too. Been sitting here for an hour or so, maybe a little more. He browsed around down that bottom for a good while, and then all of a sudden he just started trotting up here towards the beans. And luckily he didn't raise a bunch of cane there when he got downwind of us. He just kind of went onward. This is definitely the coolest it's been in a long time. I'm actually a little bit chilly already, and I gotta sit here for a while yet and underdress. These guys got their 4WDs on.
It's about 50 degrees and the wind's blowing
Right in your face.
steady. 15 or so out of the north, gusting pretty strong too.
Sounds like Ted and Cole are seeing some deer early in the afternoon too. They're trying out a new spot, so I don't know. I think somebody's gonna kill tonight.
I think so too. Feels like a kill day.
Yeah, maybe a double. We just found a setup that we like. Took us a little bit to figure out where we needed to be, but I think we're in a good spot here. We got a thick wall of brush right behind us. There's a couple scrapes right here under this pin oak tree. And then all where that doe was coming up is out there about 50 yards. So I think we're in a good spot here. We can see and shoot out this way and do the same to our left. So if we get eyes on something, probably got a good chance. We could hear a dog up in there yipping just like yesterday. I think I said, maybe he'll push something to us. And no less than 15 seconds later, there was a little buck coming out of there. I mean, it ain't good if that's a hound on the loose, but we just had a buck come by, so. a buck. Pretty nice one, maybe. Another buck down there. Another buck down there about the same size. The dead tree, he's right in the same spot that last one was at, but further away. There's a taller dead tree leaning to the left. He's right behind that. You should be able to see him with your blind now. There's a 10-pointer right here that just walked behind these willows. The younger one looked like. You can see his rack between the willows there. He's going kind of that way.
Oh, I see.
That one that we saw over there was the biggest one we've seen so far, I think. I think we might see another though. At this rate, Jesus. So there's a big buck up there where those two little ones were, I think. Looks like it. Yeah, up on that edge over there where those two little ones were before.
Trees.
Yeah. I don't think it's worth blowing over there with all the other deer. I think they're all probably going to be in here. Alright, I'm going to close her out quick here. We're going to get out of here before deer start coming up out of this bottom. But we ended up seeing, I don't know how many bucks, like 9, 10, maybe. The biggest ones were all pretty far away, but we had shooter bucks in each direction. Doesn't seem like anybody's really been down in this bottom yet, so probably be spending quite a bit of time around here in the next couple days. Also keep an eye on our little duck hole down here. Because if we shoot a buck, that's probably the first thing we'll do the next morning. So maybe we can kill one tomorrow morning back in here. We'll be duck hunting there in the afternoon. But probably do something not too aggressive in the morning. Just try to observe from a distance, and then as it gets light out, maybe do a little bit of still hunting around. But I think if we're back in here tomorrow afternoon, we're going to be in the chips.
Sounds like somebody up there just.
Did he get you?
Oh, scared the hell out of me. Did he get you?
I mean, I was like in the process of falling when it did it.
Literally, I mean, I've never had that happen before. That thing just.
You said it's a pelican?
It's like a blue heron or something. If
I die out here yet this week.
something's gonna happen. It's just like one thing after the other, after the other, after the other. That's what it sounded like, except it was just one note.
right at you.
Stop me in my tracks.
You got one of Roger's too?
sightings you can throw down for us?
Right.
And that's dinner tonight.
Nick doesn't cook, that's what we end up eating.
That's gonna do it for this video. Everybody had eventful evenings tonight. Last couple of evenings, really. We've seen more than we have in the mornings. I think we saw 9 or 10 bucks this evening. How many did y'all see?
We saw a handful of small bucks and some does.
But they were all over y'all close. Yeah. But we got game plans going into tomorrow.
Survived the mountain lion attack?
Yeah, we're going back in after the cat.
Yeah, the big boar raccoon got on them this morning and kind of spooked them out of the woods a little bit, seems like.
The footage in right now, and you guys will have to tell us what you think, but Cole was freaked out, man, like leaving the woods. Because Cole is 100% convinced it was a mountain lion, so. Dude, that sounds like a mountain lion. That don't sound like a raccoon.
I think Cole still is convinced it's a mountain lion.
No, I'm not convinced, but I'm convinced it wasn't a raccoon. It was
So let us
either
know
a
in the comments what you
bobcat
think.
Maybe a juvenile
I
bobcat.
vote raccoon.
Maybe you pack that guitar with you in the morning and beat that bobcat to death, but it tries coming out of that tree on you.
There you go.
That's about it for this video. So other than that, we're just gonna watch the Rangers beat the Astros and get back after them in the morning. Thanks for watching.